Here's the fourth video for the review sheet, the success criteria review sheet for PS2 Learning Set 2. And it says, know what energy transfers are and how they impact moving objects. So here's a bouncing ball. And this is the same diagram we talked about in class. Even though it looks like it's going horizontally, we talked about how they draw that. So think of it's going straight up and down, and not necessarily as horizontal as this one looks like. That way we could see all the bounces as well. But it says, be able to explain where the energy goes. Understand and be able to explain why the maximum height gets smaller. So that would be a great test question. It might be, look at the diagram. Why does each consecutive bounce seem to bounce at a lower and lower elevation? Where does the KE go? So you might have an answer like this. With each bounce of the ball, the energy is transferred to the surrounding air and ground, leaving it with less energy than before, so it can only reach a lower height with each consecutive bounce. So when you think about it, again, it's lower and lower and lower. Now, at this point, if it truly is bouncing straight up and down like we talked about in class, it would have no KE at those points. It has no EE at those points. Now, we're going to know it's got a little thermal energy, but if it's got none of the other things, where does all the energy go? Because eventually it stops bouncing. Well, that energy was transferred into the air as the friction between the ball and the air. Some of it went into the ground. As the ball was hitting the ground, there's friction between the ground and the ball. So that energy didn't just vanish and go to nowhere. It left it. It went into the surrounding area. And if you think of it all of it as, the air and the ground and the ball as a system, it just got transferred to another part of the system. So again, the energy doesn't completely disappear. It just went into the surrounding air and the ground, leaving it with less energy than before.